Right now we're going to kick it on over to a piece we did on Five Finger Death Punch in our Beatdown Noise fight music segment. Hope you enjoy this. Here with Matt and Jeremy of Five Finger Death Punch, and one of the biggest questions that I have with these guys is when they're on the road. I know they're huge MMA fans. One of the questions I always have of bands that are on the road is, how do you get your fix of fighting when you're on the road? Guys, how do you do it?
BeatdownTV.com.
Good answer.
Any way we can. We got satellite on the bus, hotels, you guys, just everywhere we can. Any fights we can pick up. We still watch the old ones too.
And if we can't find fights, then we'll just start one amongst ourselves. So it works out.
Well, that's what you mentioned. One of you guys mentioned that you bring some with you. I heard that you guys bring the DVDs and stuff like that. So I guess if you can't get them on live or anything like that, you got old fights you can go back and check out anyway.
Oh, a lot of them, yeah. Some of those dudes got kicked in the head proper, so you can watch it over and over again.
Doing on slow speed and really check it out, which is cool.
Well, hopefully tonight we'll have some people in the pit here at the Montaigne Center, and we'll have some of our own fights, and we'll put together a DVD for these guys to catch on the road next time.
That's not officially promoted by Death Punch, but it is encouraged.
Sure. Hey guys, I'm here with Ivan. Ivan, a lot of the big news here recently is Randy Couture leaving the UFC. I know it's a pretty big deal, you know, with Randy being the face of the UFC. It's kind of a big blow to the UFC. What do you think about that? Will you have any opinions on that?
Well, it's kind of like when you and I were talking earlier. I mean, it's Randy, so you really can't make an opinion on it. I mean, he's his own man, and the guy's definitely earned his own stripes, so whatever he chooses to do is on him. And, you know, I mean, I'm sure he definitely has his own reasons. And as long as he just keeps doing what he loves to do, I don't think it's really a concern. So.
Well, you know, one of the reasons that he said he was leaving was he wasn't going to get a chance to fight Fedor. Do you think that fight will happen now that he's left the UFC?
I think he's going to make a point of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's half the nail in that coffin. Right, I mean, once you've earned, you know, that credibility, and all of a sudden, you know, you're not allowed to, you know, take advantage of the situations like that, then most definitely, I think that I can't wait to see it. So it's going to be hot.
On another note, you guys being on the road all the time, how do you get your fix of MMA on the road? I mean, I know it's not the easiest thing to do. You don't just plop down into your couch and flip on pay-per-view. How do you get your fix of fighting on the road?
Honestly, man, a lot of the time it's just we fight amongst ourselves, kind of make up for the last time. No, I'm just kidding. But we go out and rent them as much as possible. You know, we always buy new DVDs, and we have so many recorded already that we'll just go back, you know, kind of retract the territory. So we always make sure it's in our blood, man. I mean, it's part of our lifestyle, so.
Well, we encourage the fans to check you guys out, the MMA fans out there that don't know about you guys. These guys actually provide us with the theme music for our show, and we use their music throughout our show. We certainly encourage you to check them out, their MySpace page, their website. What's your website, Ivan?
It's ffdp.com or fivefingerdeathpunch.com, and we have links to every single site. If you Google Five Finger Death Punch, we will come up. We own every single domain name you could possibly utter to it, and as long as, you know, people like this and people like yourselves keep sticking around, you know, we'll be proud to keep kicking ass for you. So,
looking forward to it, Ivan. Appreciate it, man.
Dude, anytime, brother. Thank you, man.
Guys, I'm here with another one of the folks from Five Finger Death Punch, Zoltan. Lead guitarist, definitely ripping it out. You guys have seen him on the show a lot of times. Zoltan, we got one of the biggest topics right now is Randy Couture leaving the UFC. Huge, huge, huge. We've got the poster boy of UFC leaving, just dropping him. What does that do to the UFC?
Well, you know, he's definitely one of the icons that, you know, everybody's looking at as the most refined, all-around, you know, fighter. He's, you know, he's over a nice guy. Like, everybody likes Randy.
Right,
you know what I mean? Randy is the man.
Yep.
And, you know, even if you look at his age, I mean, people kind of forgive that because, you know what I mean? Because, like, dude, this guy is, what is it, 44 he is right now, right? And he's the dominant player, you know. And I think it's a loss for the UFC, but it was about time that he's gonna probably do something like that. You were kind of expecting that he's gonna retire sooner or later. I think he retired because where is it for him to go? You know, at this point he wanted to fight Fedor, you know, because pretty much he beat everyone at one point. You know what I mean? So for him as a career, you know, as a career move, anything else would be kind of a step back.
And you touch on something too, Zoltan, about Fedor. Word on the street is that Randy saw an outlet to the possibility of being able to fight Fedor since the UFC is not going to actually get him. Do you see that fight happening now that Randy's not a part of the UFC?
I'm not sure how the paperwork works out in the UFC. Right. I'm not sure that Randy was tied to the UFC to begin with. You know, I'm not sure of that. So I don't know how the paper shuffle goes around, but you know, but I think Randy wants that fight, you know, because that's pretty much it for him. If he beats Fedor, then he can go to sleep like, okay, I'm the guy. I'm planet Earth. I own this fucking place, you know. So I conquer it. So definitely for him, that would be the ultimate, and he's probably gonna go after it. You know, Randy is that go-getter guy.
Right.
He's gonna go after it. It's gonna probably depend on Fedor's contract.
A lot of people are wanting to see this fight happen with Randy and Fedor. I do too. I think that it will be the fight among fights. We were laughing last weekend talking to Henderson that you could charge $100 a pay-per-view buy and people would still buy it. I mean, you may have more guys getting together at each other's houses to watch it, but you charge whatever you want. This is the fight everybody wants to see. Do you think it's going to happen?
You know what? I can't say that it would. I'm not sure. Even if it's a 50-50, I would say it's a 49 that it won't, because what I hear that Fedor signed a contract. Another thing about this is Fedor is only popular in a fight world. If you know MMA,
Right.
you know who Fedor is.
Right.
If you don't, you don't.
Right,
However,
right.
Randy Couture is America's Captain America.
Excellent
you know,
point.
you know who Randy is. Whoever you are in America,
Right,
you know
right.
who Randy is.
You're right.
Fedor is not there popularity-wise. In MMA world, he's a top dog. Everybody knows
Right.
like that's Fedor. That's the guy that, you know, even Krokop used to talk about, like, you know, Fedor, you know.
And don't forget, you'll be able to catch Zoltan and all the guys in Five Finger Death Punch on tour this summer. For sure they're touring with Slipknot and Disturbed. You never know when they're going to actually announce somebody else or another leg of the tour that they're actually going on. But again, it's set in stone that Disturbed and Slipknot are for sure two of the bands that they're touring with. They're actually going to be on the Mayhem tour this summer. So you definitely want to check that out.